Hi everyone. I'm coming back with another message in the bottle. It's quite late. It's like I think almost 2 a.m. right now. I can't really sleep that much. I haven't been going to bed early lately. I don't know, it must be something in the air or something. There's something on my mind. Sorry. It's a lot of heavy energy right now. Because of everything happening in the world with COVID and stuff like that. But also too, it's not just that, it's just the times. And when I say times, I mean what's happening with the planets and stuff like that. So it's like a combination of multiple things causing it to feel however it's feeling right now for some people. So these are kind of like the messages that I got from yesterday. Time. Yeah, like what I just said, something to do with the times right now, or feeling like you're running out of time or not having enough time or not knowing what to do with the time. One, I heard you're the one, or there's only one, or one only, so a limit or something like that. R, 8. I also got 6. I should put 6 up here, but 6, if that's significant anyway. Memory. So remembering memory. So right now, it's so tough to talk about things because people take things so personal, but it is what it is. Right now, there's been more, I guess when you say mental issues that have been caused due to what's happening politically and socially. And when you go through a lot of trauma, it affects your memory. In one part, because you don't want to remember what's causing you to feel whatever you're feeling. It affects your memory. So there's a lot of blocking out of things. I'm hearing that you're supposed to go back to a certain time. I don't know why, maybe the 90s or the early 2000s, or maybe a time that was comfortable for you. Go back there and extract from it so that you can feel more grounded and more like yourself and not feel out of it. Like how a lot of people are feeling right now. Like they feel like they're not in control of anything. It's so then you don't feel like you're yourself. So go back to nostalgia, right? Go back to times where you were feeling good, things excited you, maybe watch an old show that you used to like, maybe rock a certain piece of clothing or something, that jewelry, whatever, right? Or listen to a song that reminds you of a good memory, but get create what memory you want to create with the time, okay? Because right now there's maybe it's not the things you want to remember right now, a lot of these things, but it is good to remember, maintain your memory, be present in each moment. Remember what happens or what has happened, especially now, because I know this is going to be one of those times in history where people are they're just going to do what they always do. They're going to pretend like shit never happened. So remember, be present, but also go back to a time where you felt joy, you felt happiness, you felt more like yourself. Lionsgate, so that was the 8/8 portal. That was August 8th. So I'm hearing something from that time until now. I don't know, maybe you're supposed to look back and say, okay, from August till now, what have I done? What has not been done? Or what did I promise myself during that time? New moon, which was on the 2nd. New moon, new year. I'm hearing like brand new old things. I don't know what that means, but maybe you're feeling like you just want to get rid of all the old in your life, like whether it's clothing, whether it's like relationships, whether it's like maybe a routine or something that you used to do, excuse me, that you're that no longer serves you. But like there's an energy around newness right now. Do something new, bring in something new. Nostalgia again. Create good memories too, right? Like in the present, create good memories so that you have something to look back on. You can reminisce, right? And also to provide you with a good feeling. You want to feel good. So like go back and like, I don't know, eat a certain type of food that you remember eating as a child, or comfort, okay? Throat. It's interesting because I talked to my friend today and he said like something was wrong with his throat. So I don't know. I heard be careful, throat, boat. Your throat carries your word through. Sorry, I said boat because that was on the last message in a bottle. So there's a lot of like messages around traveling and transporting and getting things across, just like how a boat would, okay? So you want to be careful of your words, what you let come up and come out, okay? What you're putting down your throat as well. Yeah, there's something with the throat. Truth, okay? There's lots of lies out here. And even saying that could be triggering to some people. Like, what do you mean? Like, I feel like a lot of people don't want their world to be teared down. They don't want the new, okay? They want to be stuck. And maybe they don't want to be, but they're so used to like placating and being compliant and just, oh, things are the way they are. Really? Okay. But I'm sure you know when to turn off the stove when you're done cooking though. So it's all about adjustment. Okay, adjust your words. It's time for truth right now. Okay, first tell the truth to yourself. Okay? I think that's where the problem is. Nobody wants to look. No one's paying attention. And God forbid you're paying attention and you're around somebody who's not paying attention. And I heard something about driving. I don't know, like not driving good, not parking properly. And I heard something about mess and leaving a mess everywhere. So during this week too, the first week, is a good time in the next, I would say probably the 8th? Yeah. I'd say by the 8th, yeah, try to get your shit together. Preferably 7th, but yeah, by the 8th, okay? By the 8th. And what did I have last time? The 7th. So by the 7th or the 8th, okay? Whatever needs to be gone, old clothes, like you need to return a phone call, is the email you've been slipping on, a bill, something, get that cleaned up, clean it up. It should have been cleaned up from December. It should have been cleaned up from December. But we're still in Capricorn season, so hey, you can still get it done. Okay, no matter what the time is, but I'm saying the opportunity for that, it would be a good opportunity now. You could do it whenever, but try to just get rid of any hindrances so that you're able to just kind of like flow freely and not have like these obstructions in the way, right? Because if you go back to the last message about I did talking about the boat, right? When you have things in the way, when there's rocks and there's like things in the way of your course, like you can crash the shit and like it could capsize the ship, right? You don't want your stuff to go down because you have things in the way, okay? I'm not gonna make this too long. I don't know if like I felt very upset today. Felt very angry. I don't know if that's in the air. I don't know if a lot of people are feeling frustrated, upset, angry about something. Very irritated. Very, 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 very irritated. Okay? And like just having an upset stomach as well. On top of being like upset. It's like not being able to like maybe stomach things. Let's see. Tornado, yeah, the wind. So a lot of shit's gonna get ripped up. So you might as well just not have anything you don't need in the way. Just get it out the way, because a lot of things are gonna get, I guess, blasted. Okay, so it's something to do with the wind, but the wind also carries things, right? That's how a lot of seeds get surplanted. The wind comes and just carries the seed. It falls into the soil. Okay, it gets surplanted from wherever location it was to a new spot so that it can continue on again. Whatever it sprang from, right? That species can continue on again. Okay. You guys, be careful, man. Be careful that you're not trying to bring old dead shit with you forward. Like, really focus on purity and renewal and wellness, but in a real way, in a grounded way, in a balanced way, right? Not so that you can just look impressive or things could just look aesthetically pleasing to other people, right? Like this obsession with wanting to be like wanting to have recognition from the world, but do you even recognize your own self? Maybe that's where like a lot of that frustration energy comes from, because it's like now that people got the opportunity to stay home, they're really seeing like, oh shit, I let a lot of things slip, or a lot of things that I thought I was okay with, I'm not okay with it in my life. So just think of something that you can do, like sit yourself down and just ask yourself, like, is there something that I can do right now that's not going to cost me too much money or like too much cost or effort? Is there something that I can do that will enhance my life or make my life better? It could be as simple as, you know what, I'm going to call that person back, or yeah, you know what, let me just clean out this closet, or yeah, you know what, I've been meaning to like get more sleep. Like just the little things add up, and if it's meaningful, important to you, then that helps you grow. That adds to your reservoir. Yeah, I heard sacrifice. I'm not gonna get into that because on one level, yeah, you're gonna have to sacrifice maybe like, again, the time and understand that maybe you have to give up something that you're doing with the time to do something else use your time in another way. But anytime you want to be successful or you want to achieve a goal, that you know you're gonna have to give up something. Like there's a shift. Whether there's a shift in your consciousness, a shift in your mentality, the way you're thinking, shift again, the wind, movement, okay? Going back to the clouds. Clouds represent, or a meaning of what clouds can represent, I should say, is your thought form, and your mentality, okay? It can hinder you, or it can help you, okay? And depending on the quality of your thought, that is going to determine like where you end up, okay? Because a negative thought can obscure your true nature. Because it may not be, you may have the best intention for yourself or someone, but when the negativity and the doubtfulness, I was going to say doubtful, so comes in, then it shifts things. And clouds can also represent clarity of mind, okay? And purity. Again, going back to just clearing things up, right? The wind, moving things, clearing shit up, ripping it up, creating the new, okay? Okay, I'm going to talk about this because I'm hearing it, so let me talk about it. Sorry, just give me a moment because it's hard for me to talk about this stuff. To all those people who, or I shouldn't say those people, let me rephrase that. There's an idea, right, out there. It's not a bad idea that we should respect each other, right? Respect each other's space, property, what people want to be referred to as, like what they want to be called, right? We're seeing an economic downturn happening right before our eyes. And I want to know if like the same individuals who feel that respect is due and should be given, and there should be a restored balance, right? It's like the justice, okay? I want to know if people feel that it's okay that for the same claim that they're using to hold against one another going across laterally, if it doesn't apply to people vertically. What I mean by that is it's okay for people to lose their job because they're not making a certain choice, right? But then how does it also become okay that they, like, a whole like segment becomes impoverished, and the ones who are saying that, yeah, you should do this, become more rich? How I want to know, how is that justified in some people's minds, when for a lot of years there's been this talk around redistributing wealth, and the rich are too rich and we should tax them more, and all this shit talk, right? And I'm going to say it's shit talk. You know why? Because one, a lot of people want to be in that position that they're claiming that is not fair, right? The wealth. And two, because now we're seeing people lose their job and it's like it's okay. So it's okay to create more poverty while the rich get richer, and then complain about the same said inequality of distribution of wealth. but you're okay with it because you're co-signing it. You're saying, yeah, people should not work if they don't make this choice. Like, I'm going to need somebody to really justify that for me. How does that work? Isn't the idea to redistribute the wealth and balance things out is to allow people to strive and to build the wealth that they want to build too, and create and like leave those opportunities open, and to create opportunities where people have access. So now access denied. Maybe I'll make another video on that. Why is the access denied now? You see how people mimic other people's behavior? It's like it's passed down. Shit always rolls downhill, right? If it's coming from the top, then you catch it, then you give it to somebody else. That's the real fucking, excuse my language, I didn't mean to curse, but that's the real disease, is that the shit's rolling downhill. You catch it and you give it to somebody else. I'm not in the business of policing anybody. I'm neutral when it comes to this shit. I'm not in the business of policing nobody, because if you want me to be the popo, I'm going to need the popo salary. 60K starting and 120 depending on your position, okay? And your tenureship. I'm sorry. The same people policing are the same ones saying that you should stop the rich from getting richer. But then it's okay to co-sign poverty for a large segment of the population. I don't understand how that works. And it's not just about financial poverty. It's like a lot of people are struggling emotionally, socially, mentally. But it's also a good thing. This time is like a good time because now it's making people realize, wake up to the truth of the matter. Right? A lot of people's throats are getting shut down. Their throats are getting shut down when really it's a time of like, you need to speak the truth. And not just speak the truth, but you need to know the truth. And not just know it, but understand. Because you can know all you want for days. There's lots of people claiming out here, oh, I'm smarter than you, I'm smarter than this person, oh, I know this, I know that. Great. Do you understand? And do you use the knowledge in a way that is progressive and beneficial and does no harm? I'm going to need people to take a step back and really think. Because a lot of people don't think. They just think that they're thinking, but they're not thinking. Okay? It's because like your brain is like has activity doesn't mean you're thinking. Thinking involves many different there's many faculties to thinking, okay? Maybe I should end it on that note, because I was about to go into this whole concept of time and reality and how it's an illusion, and how right now what we're seeing is a time loop, and you have to break the loop. People have, again, the trauma, okay? You have to break the loop. How do you break the loop? Newness. You're gonna have to do something new that you never did. It might even feel radical. It might even feel insane. Okay? I'm not saying to go do anything extreme. What I'm saying is like interrupting the pattern in itself is extreme. I know a lot of people have a fear of missing out. That's why they make certain choices, right? And this whole concept of, oh, you only live once. Let me tell you about this YOLO thing. I thought about it yesterday. I'm like, you don't only live once. You live multiple times within a span of a lifetime. And then if you believe in reincarnation, you live in many times. So you don't only live once. You're living multiple times throughout each waking moment of each day of your life. So you're living like how many of your years times whatever minutes, okay? Each second is your life. So you're living multiple times within a time span. Okay? You're living every moment. You don't only live once. You live in multiple fragments. This is time. Go research time and the concept of time and how it applies to your life. How it applies to everyone's life. Okay? It's good for things to be in timing, right? That's rhythm, right? Like the seasons, right? If it didn't come on time, you think something's wrong, right? That's why I made that post today in my story, In Time. It's a movie featuring Justin Timberlake. I would offer people watch that. I mean, I don't agree with everything in there, but it's in the idea of it is very interesting. Very interesting. And remember, what they put out there is something for you to think about. It's information. It's something for you to think about and delve deeper. Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna cut it short. I always say I'm gonna like not be too long, and then it's like almost like 30-minute video. I'm sorry, I just had to really get that off my chest because this is a time for you. This is a time about you. And I'm just seeing everybody like distracted, policing each other and fighting and the bullshit. What are you gaining out of that? Like, really and truly, what do you gain? And don't just view life or view situations as, oh, something's being done to you. Sometimes being done for you. Maybe you need to go through this shit so you can learn. Because some people don't learn. Or maybe they have a hard time learning, I should say. Because people do learn. But when will you?